Happy New Year, and it is 2025, and I don't know about you, but I have a really good feeling about this year. But one thing that I'm actually really committed to is kind of creating a little bit more of a detox, not just for my body, but also for my life this year. And there's just so many reasons why. So if that's what you're feeling that called for something new, something different, something fresh, and just the best version of you, then keep watching. Hello, gorgeous girl. Welcome back to my channel. And I'm just so happy that you're here because it is a new year. And I have to tell you, we have grown our community here on YouTube so much over the last 12 months. And I just want to say thank you before we get into this video, to just thank you again for your spirit, for your energy, for your beautiful comments, for you subscribing, and all of the wonderful things that we are creating here together on YouTube. So let's talk about detoxing. You know, sometimes people give it a bad rap, but I really think that detoxifying is what you make of it, right? I'm not the kind of person that likes to believe that like the world is a scary place and food and, you know, water and the air is like dangerous. Look, we can always do better, but I'm talking about how you can detoxify your body and your mind and all of your life here in this new year. So let's get into the first way that you can do it, which is what I like to call a mental clutter detox. Now, hear me out. I don't know about you, but I always have 8,000 bajillion, majillion, quadrillion things going on in my mind. And sometimes it's really hard for me to just like pinpoint what is going on. But when I dig a little bit deeper, if I'm having a crappy day, if I'm feeling kind of low energy, if I'm feeling like overwhelmed, which is a really common one, especially for me these days, the first thing I look at is what are you thinking? What's going on between your ears, Miss Campoli? Because guarantee I'm thinking crappy thoughts. And when we think crappy thoughts, we create crappy feelings. And when we have crappy feelings, then we create crappy actions, or even worse, no action at all. So let's do a mental detox. Now, one thing I always used to tell my coaching clients back in the day is I do not live on a puffy pink cloud. I am not perfect. You know, yes, I'm a life coach. Yes, I've been in the fitness and wellness industry for over 25 years, but I certainly am not perfect and I don't have it all figured out all the time. So here's what I do when I'm feeling crappy. Write it all down. Like, try to just get it out of your head and get it on paper. Get all the crappy thoughts out. Whether you're thinking crappy thoughts about yourself or thinking a crappy thought about a situation, who cares? Get it out, put it on paper, and then rip that paper into smithereens, okay? If you can, then, you know, if it's safe to do so, you could flush it down the toilet, or again, with safety in mind, you could burn it. Yes, you heard me right. Obviously, please be safe. I don't want any of you burning down your houses, but you can literally, and it's so healing, to just take those negative thoughts, those negative beliefs, that negative crap, put it on a plate that's safe for fire, burn it, and then flush those ashes down the toilet. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. New year, new energy, new mind, new thoughts, new you. Now, of course, in the new year, we're often thinking about our food and nutrition and what other healthy choices do I want to make this year. So rather than thinking necessarily about losing weight, let's think of 2025 being the year of a healthy gut. I'm super passionate about gut health, but I'm also a skin fanatic. And really what we eat and how we hydrate is going to show up on our skin. It's going to show up in our digestion. It's going to show up in all of the ways. And that's why I'm so happy that I partnered with Pique once again. And I am literally obsessed with their Radiant Skin Duo. As a skin fanatic, I love that their sun goddess matcha, not only does it give me sustained energy that doesn't leave me jittery at all, but it helps to support my gut health as well, and it makes my skin radiant and glowy. It's packed with L-theanine for calm focus and powerful EGCG antioxidants that firm and brighten the skin. And if you know me, you know that I generally have a lot of energy, so the last thing that anyone needs is me feeling jittery and crazy. And also in the Radiant Skin Duo is their BT fountain. let me tell you something. I used to struggle with drinking water, and inside the BT fountain is hyaluronic acid, which hydrates you from the inside out. So if this is your year for gorgeous glowing skin and healthy digestion, you'll definitely want to check out Pique's Radiant Skin Duo. Ooh, and one other thing, their matcha is quadruple screened for toxins. And when it comes to matcha, that is extremely, extremely important. You want to always get the highest quality and best sourced ingredients. So check out Pique. I'll leave all the information down below in the description box, and you'll get 20% off Pique plus a free starter kit, which is pretty awesome. So I know you'll love it too. Hello, gorgeous skin for 2025. Hello, healthy digestion. Hello, the best version of you. And that's what we all want, right? Gut health affects absolutely everything in your life, from your brain, from your moods, from your sleep, through your digestion, of course, and so much more. I really think that who you are in your gut is who you are in the real world. So making sure that you are giving your body the food and nutrients that it needs. You know, I talk about this all the time. Fiber. I really do believe, because we've been talking about protein so much in 2024, that 2025 is going to be the year of fiber. And really, we want to think of what are ways to really nourish our body. And one of the best ways that we could do this is what I like to call seasonal eating. Now, I did study nutrition, and one of the things that I really was interested in that I'd never heard of before I was in nutrition school was this concept of food energetics. And what this basically means is that everything that we eat has energy. Think about a cow. A cow is slow, it's lumbering, you know, it's like a very slow moving animal. And when we eat a cow, if you eat animals, you probably are going to feel a little bit more lethargic, a little bit more slow. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? You can eat according to your moods. Whereas a traditional remedy of something like chicken soup, what's a chicken's energy? It's very flighty, it's very fast, it moves fast. So that's why, from an energetic standpoint, we tend to give chicken soup to people when they're sick, because we want to give them that little bit of energy. It's a very interesting concept. Another way to look at this is the energetics of the food. How rooted into the earth are they? And especially now that we're here in winter, at least in this part of the world, you know, you want to think of more grounding, more warming foods. Even here, I live in Miami, but it's a little chills for us here right now too, right? And so you want to think like soups, warming foods, you know, cooked vegetables, maybe in lieu of as many salads or juices or raw, you know, food that you were having before. The other thing is, are the vegetables root vegetables into the ground? Because this is a season that we want to be more grounded. Now, we hear about the importance of the lymph system all the time. And if you're anything like most people, you're kind of like, what the heck does that mean? So the lymphatic system is basically like your body's own natural cleanup crew. And how amazing is the human body that we actually have this? It's going to remove toxins, waste, and unwanted materials from your body. And there's several different ways to really stimulate the lymph system. You can try dry brushing, but one of my favorite ways to do it is with rebounding. I have a mini rebounder, and it's truly one of my favorite forms of exercise. Number one, it's really easy on your joints. It helps to increase your circulation. And if you've had injuries where you can't do more like traditional high impact exercises, this could be a really great addition to your fitness routine. Rebounding creates an up and down motion that works with gravity to stimulate the lymphatic system, which actually lacks its own pump. The gentle bouncing helps remove lymph fluid more efficiently, flushing out toxins and waste. It's naturally low impact. It doesn't cause extra stress on your joints. And if you want to stimulate the lymph system, which you want to stimulate the lymph system, this is a great way to start out the new year and have a little bit more fun in your fitness. In fact, inside my fitness membership and community, Total Body Transformation, we have loads of rebounder workouts. They're fun, they're effective, and did you know that it burns as many calories as running? Yes, honey. And I hate running, so I will do a rebounder workout, but do not ask me to go for a run with you, because I will say no. So if you're looking for a fun way to stimulate the lymph system and you want to detoxify your body with your body's own natural cleanup crew, check out rebounding. Oh, and I know some of you have asked me about doing a dedicated video all about the benefits of rebounding. And as a fitness professional for over 25 years, I have a lot to say about this. So I'll make a specific video about that. Just leave me a comment and let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. My next tip for detoxifying your life and body in 2025 is detoxifying your calendar, meaning my favorite sentence, which is no. No is a full sentence. And you know, I don't know about you, but as a woman, unfortunately, I personally, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but I am wired to be a little bit more of a people pleaser. And that's not good, right? Yes, I like to be pleasant to be around. Yes, I like to make people feel warm and included and, you know, that they're part of the team, right? But you don't have to go to everything that you're invited to. You don't have to say yes to everything that is suggested of you. And this is something when I think back in my life, I have really struggled with before in the past. But one of the beautiful things about aging, and I am 50 years old now, is the fact that it's easier for me to say no. It's easier for me to really check in with my gut and say, is this something that I actually want to do? And if it's not a hell yes, then for me right now, it has to be a no. You know, I'm running a business, I have a family, I have a young daughter I want to spend time with, I have my husband, I have friends. You know, you could yes yourself to death and just let this be the year that you say no more often. I'm telling you, it's going to be liberating, and we can do this together. So leave me a comment if that sounds like something that you are on board with as well. When we're talking about toxicity, and especially when it comes to food, let's make a pact to start avoiding plastic as much as possible. So check out your food storage containers. If you're not already using glass, this is your sign to update your food storage. Get rid of the plastic, put it into glass. You know, we want to just really get those microplastics out of our body, which unfortunately is hard these days with the environment, but do everything you can in your home to create a cleaner environment that's going to really support you, support your body, support your health, and support your hormones. Research has shown that plastic can actually disrupt our hormones, and ain't nobody got time for that, right? Glass food storage containers, yes. Using a glass water bottle, also yes. Glass water pitchers, if you're filtering your water or you want to have water in your office or something, yes. And I understand, you know, I have a young child, my daughter's only 5, so she has a lunchbox that we wash every day. You know, we want to make sure, of course, it's clean, but I really do my absolute best to avoid single-use plastics and avoid plastic coming in contact with her food. So I get those silicone ones that are reusable, and, you know, I just do my best to make it a cleaner environment. Obviously, I'm not going to send my 5-year-old to school with a glass container. So we have to do what we can. So that's why, at least for the environment, I'm using reusable silicone type bags. Better for you, better for your body, and better for the environment. I'm not a huge fan of like big New Year's resolutions because research really shows that by about January 17th or 21st, like you've probably already failed in your resolution. But I do like to have like a new focus. And one of the things that I'm really focusing on for 2025 is creating a little bit more space for whatever you want to call it, spirituality, connection, meditation, just alone time between me and like God, higher power, and also myself. So one of the ways that I can do this, because I've said this before on my channel, I'm not the kind of gal that's going to do like a meditation for 45 minutes. I love you that can do that, but that's not me, not right now. But what I can do is breath work. And I find breath work is so supportive for my body, for my energy, for my moods, and just really creating a tone for the day. And that's what I want in 2025, is just having that feeling of expansiveness and just feeling like open and just available for good. So breath work for me is one of the best, easiest, fastest, and most efficient ways for me to like change my mood in an instant. You can just Google, here on YouTube, there's tons and tons. I will link 1 or 2 of my favorite breath work exercises, but let me tell you, I do it for like 9 minutes. It's not long. It's amount of time that anyone can do no matter how busy you are. And then what I like to do is usually after I do that breath work, guess what happens? I feel so good that then I go, you know what? You can give yourself 5 extra minutes. So then I will set a timer and I will just be sitting in silence. And you can pray, you can meditate, you can just listen to the birds, but that's really gonna set your tone to make you feel like the Kool-Aid man, just like running through the wall, because you've given to yourself. So you're starting your day from a place of overflow rather than feeling like, oh my God, I can't do another thing. You know what I mean? And my final way for you to detoxify your life and your body in 2025 is energy vampires go away. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's people where as soon as you meet them, you're like, oh girl, no. You want to suck the life out of me. You are an energy vampire, whether it's you want to complain all the time or you just want to like take and take and take. It's not a good feeling. So here's my suggestion for you in 2025. Listen to your gut. if you have that feeling, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be a it doesn't mean you're gonna be rude or unkind to people, right? We practice kindness on this community, but listen to your gut. And I have to tell you that not too long ago, I had a situation where I was like, oh man, that's an energy vampire. And so what did I do? I just very consciously kept my distance. I didn't make this person feel unwanted or unliked or anything like that. But internally, I was like, oh no, like creating this sense of like a bubble of protection around me so that that energy vampire just could not come in. It happens sometimes. You'll know it when you feel it. It is not pleasant. So this is the year of energy vampires, go away. Now, none of you are energy vampires. You here on YouTube, you give me energy, you give me life, and I'm so, so grateful for you. I am really excited about this year, and I really want to ask you two things. Number one, please let me know what kind of content you're looking forward to on the channel this year. We've grown, we're over 300,000 here as a community, but I really want to hear from you. What do you want to talk about next? What do you want to hear next? What do you want to experience with me? Please let me know what kind of content you want. And also, if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It's totally free to do so, and it really does help support my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up, and if you want to keep hanging with me here on YouTube, make sure to check out this video next, and I'll see you there.